America, a land of dreams, a beacon of hope, but the path to freedom has been long and arduous. From the battlefields of the Revolution to the courtrooms where segregation was challenged, America's journey has been marked by turning points that redefined the nation's soul. This essay explores three pivotal moments that shaped the American identity: the American Revolution, the Civil War, and the Civil Rights Movement. Each era reveals a nation grappling with fundamental questions of freedom, equality, and the meaning of its own ideals. These moments, forever etched in the tapestry of history, continue to resonate, inspiring generations to strive for a more perfect union. The year was 1776. 13 colonies, clinging to the eastern edge of a vast continent, dared to challenge the might of the British Empire. Fueled by a potent blend of idealism and outrage, the American Revolution ignited, forever altering the course of history. For years, colonists had chafed under British rule, their cries for representation and autonomy falling on deaf ears. Taxation without representation, a rallying cry that reverberated through the colonies, encapsulated the growing resentment towards the distant crown. On July 4, 1776, the Continental Congress took a momentous step. In the hallowed halls of Philadelphia, they adopted the Declaration of Independence, a document that boldly proclaimed the colony's separation from Great Britain. Penned by Thomas Jefferson, the Declaration articulated the fundamental principles of human rights and self-governance that would become the bedrock of the new nation. The American Revolution, while a triumph for liberty, left a tragic legacy: unresolved slavery. This deeply ingrained institution, a stain on the nation's conscience, would continue to fester, ultimately leading to the nation's bloodiest conflict. The Founding Fathers, though champions of liberty, grappled with the issue of slavery. Some, like Thomas Jefferson, recognized its inherent evil but were unwilling or unable to dismantle the system they had inherited. As the nation expanded westward, the issue of slavery became increasingly contentious. The admission of new states, either free or slave, ignited fierce debates in Congress, further deepening the divide between North and South. The fragile unity forged during the Revolution began to unravel. The abolitionist movement, gaining momentum in the North, condemned slavery as a moral abomination. In 1861, tensions over slavery boiled over, plunging the nation into civil war. Brother fought against brother, father against son, as the nation grappled with its deepest divisions. The election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860 was the catalyst for secession. 11 southern states seceded, forming the Confederate States of America. The Civil War was a conflict of unprecedented scale and ferocity. From Gettysburg to naval battles, the nation was consumed by war. On January 1, 1863, amidst the turmoil of the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a document that would forever alter the course of American history. With a stroke of his pen, Lincoln struck a blow against slavery, declaring that all slaves held in Confederate territory shall be thenceforward, and forever free. The Emancipation Proclamation was a watershed moment in the fight for racial equality. It transformed the Civil War from a struggle to preserve the Union into a moral crusade to end slavery. Though it did not immediately free all slaves, it served as a beacon of hope for millions yearning for freedom. The Emancipation Proclamation also had profound international implications. It aligned the Union cause with the global movement for abolition, making it difficult for European powers to support the Confederacy. The proclamation also paved the way for the enlistment of African American soldiers in the Union Army, adding a new dimension to the fight for freedom. The abolition of slavery marked a turning point in American history, but the struggle for racial equality was far from over. In the aftermath of the Civil War, African Americans faced new challenges as they sought to claim their rightful place as equal citizens. Reconstruction, the period following the Civil War, saw attempts to rebuild the South and integrate freed slaves into society. The 14th and 15th Amendments to the Constitution granted citizenship and voting rights to African Americans, respectively. However, these legal victories were met with fierce resistance from white Southerners determined to maintain their supremacy. Jim Crow laws enacted throughout the South created a system of segregation that permeated every aspect of life. African Americans were relegated to separate and unequal schools, housing, and public accommodations. Despite these obstacles, African Americans refused to be silenced. The civil rights movement, gaining momentum in the mid-20th century, was fueled by the courage and determination of countless individuals who dared to challenge injustice. Martin Luther King Jr., a Baptist minister from Atlanta, Georgia, emerged as a towering figure in the civil rights movement. Inspired by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi, King advocated for nonviolent resistance as a means to achieve racial justice. His eloquent speeches, imbued with a powerful message of love and equality, resonated with millions across the nation. Alongside King, countless other leaders emerged, each playing a crucial role in the fight for civil rights. Rosa Parks, a seamstress from Montgomery, Alabama, sparked a nationwide boycott of segregated buses when she refused to give up her seat to a white man. Her act of defiance became a symbol of the movement's power. Malcolm X, a charismatic leader of the Nation of Islam, offered a more militant approach to achieving racial justice. From Montgomery to Memphis, milestones in the March for Equality. The civil rights movement was a tapestry woven from countless acts of courage, sacrifice, and determination. From the boycotts in Montgomery to the marches in Selma, each event marked a milestone in the long and arduous journey toward equality. The Montgomery bus boycott, sparked by Rosa Parks' arrest in 1955, lasted for over a year. African Americans in Montgomery, Alabama, refused to ride segregated buses, crippling the city's transportation system. The boycott, a testament to the power of non-violent resistance, forced the city to desegregate its buses. In 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. led a massive march on Washington for jobs and freedom. Over 250,000 people, black and white, converged on the nation's capital to demand an end to segregation and discrimination. The long arc of justice, legislative victories, and enduring challenges. The civil rights movement's unwavering commitment to nonviolent resistance and its powerful message of equality resonated with the nation's conscience. These efforts culminated in landmark legislation that dismantled segregation and advanced the cause of civil rights. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, a monumental achievement, outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. This landmark legislation prohibited segregation in public accommodations, banned employment discrimination, and empowered the federal government to enforce desegregation. The Voting Rights Act of 1965, passed in response to the violence in Selma, outlawed discriminatory voting practices that had disfranchised millions of African Americans in the South. The act authorized federal oversight of voter registration in areas with a history of discrimination, ensuring that all citizens had equal access to the ballot box. While these legislative victories marked significant progress, the fight for racial justice was far from over. The echoes of history, reflecting on America's journey. As we reflect on these pivotal moments in American history, we are reminded that the pursuit of liberty and equality is an ongoing journey, a relay race where each generation passes the torch to the next. The echoes of the Revolution, the Civil War, and the Civil Rights Movement resonate in the present, urging us to confront the challenges of our time. The struggle for civil rights is not a relic of the past. It is a living narrative that continues to unfold. From the Black Lives Matter movement to the fight for LGBTQ+ equality, the struggle for justice and inclusion persists. The lessons learned from those who came before us serve as a guidepost, reminding us that ordinary citizens have the power to effect extraordinary change. The freedoms we enjoy today were not won easily. They were hard-fought victories, achieved through the blood, sweat, and tears of those who came before us. I bet you didn't know how much power you hold in shaping our future. The story of America is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for both progress and missteps. From revolution to a nation divided, from voices demanding equality to legislative victories reshaping society, America's journey is one of evolution. Yet past struggles remind us the pursuit of a more perfect union is ongoing. The torch of liberty, passed through generations, urges us to confront injustices that still plague our nation. The fight for civil rights is a universal struggle for human dignity. We are all stakeholders, responsible for upholding justice, equality, and opportunity for all. Please comment below which country or topic we should cover next. Your feedback is invaluable to us.